Sleep.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
I can't imagine anyone wanting to play with that guy.
Which one was
Okay.
it?
And then now it's time to look at my level 1 spells. I get to know 3 of them.
What list do you get to pick from, Manny?
But yeah,
Wizards.
your spells. But they're 3 first level wizard spells, 2 of which you must choose from the enchantment and illusion spells.
Okay, sleep
It's
is
going to
an
be Magic
enchantment.
Missile.
Manny,
Well, you have that.
I don't have to. Magic missile's an evocation.
Yeah, I can have 3 though. I only have to have 2 that are required that.
Oh, okay. Well,
What's Mage Armor?
Mage armor's Garbo, dude.
Yeah, you won't need that.
What's Shield?
Shield's a little better, but it's still pretty Garbo.
Well, they're all pretty garbo.
You only get plus
Ooh,
5 AC
Featherfall
for
for
1
sure.
turn.
Featherfall?
Is there
Maybe.
a spell that'll just like jack him off while he fights?
Totally.
Mage hand.
So Mage Hand's for.
Manny, if you
Yeah.
if you went sleep, then I could get something better.
I'm not in it for you.
I'm just saying is all.
Then I'm gonna do Featherfall, and then what's
So
the other?
Featherfall's a transmutation, so that's
so I
your
can't do it.
free. No, you can.
No.
but you
Well, I was
need
gonna do Magic. I need to do Magic Missile, obviously. And I'll take out Magic
Why is,
Missile. I don't need
why
that
is
shit.
that obvious? You don't need magic missile.
Yeah, I'll do
You
Featherfall.
can't do a spell and an attack in the same turn, right?
correct.
I'll do Featherfall.
Manny, if you want a high damage single
What
target
about like
spell,
invisibility or something?
That's next level, Pepper.
Manny,
Tasha's
about, like-
hideous laughter
What
is
about like
pretty good.
silence footsteps?
I might do
That's
Jump.
right.
Wait,
You could do Tasha's hideous laughter,
what's that?
the enchantment. A creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls
Ooh,
into
yeah.
fits of laughter if the spell affects it.
Yeah, I'll do that one.
They gotta pass a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated,
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
unable to stand.
And then what was the other kind? So what type is that?
That's an enchantment.
So then I need an Evocation one.
You need a
you don't need
no, sorry.
evocation, but
You need
can.
an illusion.
Illusion.
My illusions, Dad.
What about jump?
I'll do Disguise Self for my illusion.
Silent image?
Okay, I'm good.
What did you take for your other spell? You were gonna
Tasha's Hideous Laughter, Featherfall, and Disguise Self.
Okay.
Interesting.
What are you looking for? Evocations, right? Did you see Searing Smite?
No, he can't do evocations. He needs an
Okay.
enchantment, an
got
illusion.
it. Okay.
I mean, he could do an evocation, I guess.
Silent
Wait.
image, Manny. You can create like images like Shallan.
What's your intelligence modifier?
1.
So your DC, you're gonna be DC 11 for saving throws on the laughter, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
50-50.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, these are all
Shall-
utility spells for me that I'm doing this for.
Bitch.
I'm gonna get creative.
Manny.
Shit.
Shallan or Shallan? I don't even
I
know
say
how
Shallan. I say Shallan.
Shallan.
But I get 2d6 now on my fucking sneak attack.
Do you pronounce NASCAR as
Jesus, really?
NASCAR as well?
No, but every word isn't pronounced the same way, Pepper. That's why there's different
No, I'm
pronouncements.
yelling at Melissa. I agree with you, dipshit.
Oh.
Yeah.
If either of you listen to the books on tape,
Is it NASCAR or NASCAR?
no.
Ooh, Mage Hand Legerdman at 3rd level, which I am. When you cast
Books
Mage
on
Hand, you
tape.
can make the spectral hand invisible. Perform the following additional tasks. You can stow one object in the hand is holding in a container. You can retrieve an object in a container.
You can put your finger in
Use
your
these
asshole.
tools.
None of us will know.
I can disarm traps at range with my Mage Hand.
Mm-hmm.
Useful.
You could finger the DM's butthole when none of us being any the wiser.
Oh, I can use my bonus action, my cunning action, and control the hand. So I can be doing shit with my Mage Hand while I'm fighting. Like I can cup your balls, Pepper, while I'm fighting.
It has a
Manny, Manny.
Bring me those chips.
Manny,
Just
I have
eat
a
those
good
chips.
recommendation for a spell for you.
What?
Instead of whatever you did besides your
can do it.
illusion
You
and
can do it.
enchantment, you should do grease.
Why?
Because slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square centered on a point within range and turns it into difficult terrain for the duration. Each
No, I
creature
wanna-
standing in it must succeed a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
No, I like my feather fall. I like jumping
I know.
off shit.
That. Yeah.
Are we gonna be on high shit?
We don't know.
But I'm just saying, like your casting modifier is like so low that this would be a great option for that.
Sorry.
So we can go ahead and get you guys started because Simon's character doesn't even come in for a little bit.
Okay.
If you are ready.
I am ready. I just want to.
Keith, remind me, my boots, they make me walk super sneaky, right?
You make no sound when you walk anymore.
Sick.
And you get advantage on stealth where noise is. Yeah.
So
Plus
Keith,
7, whatever.
Oh, that's the wrong book.
Keith,
Yep.
as an
What did I
elf,
do?
I only need 4 hours of sleep as opposed to these guys who need 8. So I want to sneak into Pepper's room.
Okay.
What hour, though? Hour
Uh,
6? Hour 4? Hour 5?
Hour 7.
Okay.
So right before waking up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what were you doing?
I want to wake him up gently by sitting up at the foot of his bed, and I have a scroll in my hand.
Okay.
And I just start talking, and in hopes that he wakes up, I say, I had a dream last night. Does he wake up?
That's up to Orlando.
I open my eyes. I look at you.
I say, I had a dream last night that I was laying at the edge of the forest, and some wolves came after me, and they were growling, and they were just at my toes, and I was completely defenseless against them, and my magic wouldn't conjure. And out of nowhere you came, and you calmed them down, and they walked gently into the forest. And I think it's something telling me that you were right. I was wrong to harm those wolves, and I want to make it up to you. And I hand him the scroll.
I say I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't recall punching me out after I,
You said wolves. What are you talking about?
those
Pepper, come
canine, those canines.
I'm not. There was
All right.
one dog.
Can you guys
You
hear
know
me?
that they were wolves.
Yeah, we can hear you.
It was
Simon.
one like wolfhound.
You know that they weren't wolfhounds.
I don't know about the two.
What?
Oh,
There were
the-
3. You heard 3 dogs. 3 wolf dogs.
There were
I only
no
know about
dogs involved. There were 0 dogs involved.
Whatever they were, wolfhounds.
They were not wolfhounds. They were wolves.
Okay.
You keep saying hounds.
3 wolves. You said wolves. I only know about the one.
I just mean that multiple wolves attacked me in my dream,
Alright.
and I want to make it up to you, and so I hand him the scroll of Charm Person.
Come on, Pepper. This is an olive branch.
Okay. Wait, so what? You're giving me something?
You have
Yeah,
this,
he's
the
saying he's
scroll
sorry.
the scroll of Charm Person. You now have it.
Alright. Hold up,
No,
why
you
can't
keep it.
I see anything?
I don't need it.
I don't need it either.
Well,
Come on,
it's-
Pepper.
It's on your lap, and I'm walking.
Come
out of
on,
the room.
what? I'm trying to. What? I made a decision. I don't want it. You keep it. I appreciate the thought.
I say, all right, and then I sneakily mage hand it into his pack.
All right. Scroll of Charm Person is inside of Orlando's pouch,
Whether he knows it or not.
whether he knows it or not.
All right. I'm gonna charm you into sucking a dick.
While I mage hand your balls.
Got him.
Anyways, that's all I wanted to get done before we
Yeah.
start up.
All right.
Simon, are you? Yeah, you're in the game. Maybe refresh your browser.
I just see a black screen right now.
Like the night.
Oh, because your character hasn't explored this place. That makes
Okay.
sense. That's
Okay,
why.
okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure I'm not doing something wrong with it.
No. You're good. You're good. So we'll do the session 0 stuff for Simon real quick, just to get him like up to speed with Roll20. So let me move
I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
Yeah.
I forgot to prepare.
So I'm gonna move you guys to Phandalin. Something now, Simon, right?
Hang on. Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay.
We're good.
All right. So, the things that you're going to want to do is your character sheet will be. So if we're looking at the right hand bar,
Yep.
you've got chat, and then you'll have something called, I think it's a journal,
Yeah.
and then you have something called compendium. So if you want to search stuff, you'll search through the compendium. It has most of the basic stuff in it, but really what you're going to want to do right now is go to the journal, the little folded newspaper looking thing,
Yep.
and double click your name,
Got it.
because that'll open up your character sheet. Ignore the part that says you're a fighter on the bio and info.
Okay.
Fuck it, ignore all of that. Like, all of that's wrong, except for the human part.
Nice. Go on.
But if you go over to your character sheet, it'll you can
Yep.
expand that. You can make it to where you can see it. So basically, the way everything in this game works is it's off of a D20 roll, and you add certain modifiers to it. So when I say something like make a religions check for me, what you would do is you would go in the middle or the left side,
Yep.
where you've got like saving throws and skills. If you went over to religion and you just click that button, it will roll in the chat for us. So if you're looking at the chat, then I would see that you rolled a 14 on it. And then based on what you roll when I ask for a check, I describe what
Yep.
it allows you to see it, or like what it gives you.
You'll also see 2 rolls in the chat side by side.
Yeah.
If you have advantage, which is like just kind of like a circumstantial bonus, you'll take the higher of the 2 values. If you have disadvantage, you'll take the lower of the 2 values.
Okay.
So I guess, did you get a chance to read through like the free rules or anything like that before today?
Yeah. I got to read through it and
Oh, great.
get the basics. There's still going to be things that I'm like, I
Oh.
don't remember or I forget about.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. No, that's
Kick
a
him.
huge help.
Not enough prep.
So one thing the other tabs, I'm going to move the tab. Oh, never mind. Yeah. So, these are your spells available to you, and you can cast them by like casting Bless at level 1. Oh, that didn't do what I think it does. How do you cast spells in here, guys?
That's right. It's just
You click the spell.
That's right. You did it right.
You casted it. It's the roll above, right? Or
No.
Oh,
You got to click it out of your spell book.
So this.
Spell tab.
maybe it's because it wasn't prepared?
It's because Bless isn't a spell attack. It
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
it
so I
doesn't
see.
require
You got to
a
put
roll.
it. You're in the attacks and spell casting.
It doesn't require a roll. Bless doesn't.
Okay, yeah. So like Divine Smite does. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So if you're going to cast a spell, those are all of them. You and I can go over your spells later.
Okay.
But I made you like a support paladin more than anything. You've got some pretty dope shit.
It's my favorite.
Paladin.
to be supportive.
Paladins have
Very
been
supportive. You guys are
Paladins have
great.
been like really weak in all the previous versions, and they just kept buffing them and kept buffing them, and now they're like crazy strong.
Let's
But
go.
the game in general is really like forgiving in terms of like what you can do or what you want to do. So just ask questions like, "Can I do this?" and like, yeah,
Okay.
we'll help you out a lot. Just ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
There's no concerns there because we
I
are.
won't help you.
All right. So
Should have made him
Del?
a bard. Simon can sing.
Paladin works better with how I want to introduce him. So, you guys, those of you that are in town already, Simon's character has not joined you guys yet, so Simon just gets to listen in. You guys have spent the night in Tressander Manor. Del, you've done your little apology run to Orlando's room. It was met with a "that's not necessary," but you still felt compelled to leave the scroll with him, so you left the scroll of charm person in his satchel. You have
Satchel.
woken up in the morning and now everyone's up. You're all kind of together. You're eating your rations. You guys have been surviving on bread and beef jerky for quite a while, but it seems to be working.
I just use my boots to sneak up on Pepper a lot.
Fair enough.
Oh, let's get our Goblin Ward. Let's get him.
So you guys want to go check on
Yeah.
Droop?
Yeah,
Okay.
tell him he's with us now.
Okay. Do you want to bring him up to? Because I assume you guys kind of slept like in the rooms upstairs that were kind of disheveled. There's you guys have holes in the ceilings. There's
Where are we sleeping?
cobwebs everywhere.
In the manor that we own now,
Oh.
thanks to Manny's.
Oh,
The
yeah, yeah.
upper level.
His
And the
sneaking-
Goblin's gonna be our like butler there. He's gonna clean it and keep it up to keep for us. He's gonna be our guy.
So you guys want him to join you in?
Yes.
Okay. So you call in Droop, and he comes walking up the stairs. Hey, how much saving adventurers?
I said, Drew, we're excited for you to be our new butler. You're gonna take care of this place for us. And Orlando will be dressing you. Orlando will be buying you clothes.
Clothes are nice. That's not a bad deal. But what's in it for me to take care of this place? This is a big place.
We'll pay you 1 silver piece a week each.
Oh, okay. Well, that's definitely.
We
that's
won't
definitely
kill you.
better.
Room and board.
And you
I
get to live
mean-
here for free.
Now, see, this is nice, but okay. Droop's gonna consider it. Let me think about it.
Well, here's the alternative. We bring you to the local constabulary. How do you say that word?
You got it.
Constabulary. I
Yeah.
think.
To the local
Nailed it.
constabulary, and you'll likely be executed.
I think that we have struck a deal then.
Excellent.
Shake on
So
Now here's a mage hand for good luck.
it. I mage hand a good old shake. Seal the
Drew
deal.
shakes the two mage hands,
Yeah.
and he's like, "So I guess I gotta go back to cleaning up downstairs."
Yes.
All right, so he troops off through the kitchen, down the back stairs, down into the cellar again, and continues cleaning up the blood from the slaughter you guys had done the day before.
Great.
All right, so yeah, so you guys have cleared out Tressender Manor. You took care of Glassstaff. Well, you didn't. A dark
I
figure
did.
took care of Glassstaff.
Manny helped. Manny definitely
And
helped.
now it's the morning, so you're free to do what you want to do.
What do we want to do now, guys?
We gotta hunt down the
Oh,
spider.
that drow.
The spider.
Yeah, we're going after
figure.
that drow.
You guys want to go after the drow?
I do.
I think that I can't think of what else might be on the
Tiber?
checklist. Is I can't remember where the drow is in terms of like the name of the place. Is it the castle?
You guys wouldn't know where the drow is. You know that the black spider is going after Waylucko Cave, and he has Gundra and Rockseeker still in his possession. Like he's still got him somewhere. You've heard that he might have been taken to Cragmaw Castle, which
That's
Droop
what I was thinking
told you guys about. Cragmaw Castle with King Groll in charge there. Not to be confused with Clarg.
I want
There's
to
probably a bunch of Clargs in there, though.
Clark and Larg and
Yeah, Blarg.
I
If
want
you remember-
to go.
A large amount of
Good.
them.
I want to go find Sildar and let him know that the mage he was looking for turned out to be Glassstaff and a defector.
Cool, good idea. Does anybody want to go with him?
Yeah, where's that at?
At the stone.
He'd probably be at the Stonehill Inn. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for
I'll
that.
go.
Okay.
I
Cool,
think
so you all-
Beaufort's
I'd like to see if I could find a paladin to recruit to our group.
pretty-
I think he'd be useful.
That's Etch.
That's exactly what we're missing.
That's Etch. That's Etch in character, guys. I think I know what we're missing here. So perfect. So you guys go kind of walking down the hill. You know, you're all in your adventuring gear. Beaufort kind of reaches behind him, feeling for his missing 10-foot pole. Tear rolls down his cheek.
Diver, I give you one of my grappling hooks.
That's okay.
It's not a 10-foot pole.
Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?
You guys make your way past the sleeping giant. A barmaid peeks her head out and blows one of you a kiss. None of you can tell who.
I cast charm person at her.
Damn it!
Kidding.
I do the like snatching the kiss out of the air kind of thing, but I do it with my mage hand, like way out
Ooh,
before no one else can reach it before me.
Yeah. She sees that and she gives a shrug of, yeah, okay, that works. Remember, the Sleeping Giant was where the Red Brands used to hang out.
Oh, I know.
So you guys took care of that problem. And as you go walking up towards the Stonehill Inn, you do pass kind of right in front. You see Sildar actually standing out front with his back to you, and he is talking to a very tall elf. And this elf is in a full plate, silver plate armor.
Sexy?
This is a sexy, handsome elf. He's got cloud designs are etched into the pauldrons of his shoulders.
My name's Etch.
Whoa! Holy
And there's
moly. What a
across
coincidence.
There's little pictures of you filigreed into his armor. All over.
Across his chest is like a mountainscape. This is some beautiful armor. This guy,
Ooh.
Keith,
This
I'm an
guy's-
elf. Do I recognize any of this?
roll me an insight. Let's
Yeah.
see. You just are you're shocked at how fair-skinned he is, and also how tall he seems to be. He seems very youthful too, but also like.
Well, I'm youthful
get
too,
the
and I'm
sense that his-
377.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say you get the sense that his age, his face betrays his age.
Is he armed?
He is armed. He's got a long sword strapped to
Who's
his
his
hip.
longer?
Who's his
Orlando,
what?
Guys,
I
who's
walk
his
up
longer,
to
this
him.
guy or Orlando?
No, let's tell what we came here for and tell that guy first that we did all that stuff.
I don't want to tell him in front of this other guy.
I walk up to this silver-plated schmuck with a straw in my mouth. Just kind of chew on it. And I just stand in front of him, about 5 feet away. Just stare at him.
Eyeing him up.
He,
Ooh, I sneak up behind him because I'm so sneaky and quiet.
you wouldn't be able to do that because he has a bannerman standing behind him, a human bannerman in
Wire.
mail armor himself.
do I wait? Do I recognize the banner?
It's a just like the armor. It's a mountainscape with clouds, kind of blowing across the top of the mountain, but the peak peaks out above them.
Okay.
So it's just it.
like
You
Mount
just do
Everest.
not recognize.
say, that's some pretty armor there. Have you ever used it?
He looks down at you and he laughs and he says, Sildar, these must be the adventures you were telling me about. Oh, they are spry, aren't they? He says, oh, my name is Haviland. I am a captain, a commander in the Lord's Alliance, and my friend Sildar here was just telling me how you saved him from a cave. Sildar, how did you get caught again? And Sildar just shakes his head and he says, we were jumped and you know it. He tells you guys, he looks at you guys and he says, you must be wondering why I'm here. Well, I came when we heard rumors of the Rockkeeper brothers, the Rockkeeper brother discovery all the way in Waterdeep. As a member of the Lord's Alliance, I knew we had sent some representatives here to set up some local government, and I came to check on them, and it seems like Earno never showed. Sildar looks at Haverlin. He looks at you guys and he shakes his head. Yeah, there's still no sign of Iardo.
So I don't trust. I've kind of decided that after my time in the army, I'm pretty wary of like clear commander types, like generals and high-ranking guys. I've seen them give some pretty terrible orders. So I'm not very trustful of guys of his like kind of like Pepper said, like guys who never seem to get their armor dirty and like that kind of stuff. So I don't trust this guy. I don't want to tell.
Are we gonna agree on something?
I mean, you guys are willing. I'm not going to tell anybody this, but I don't want to. I'm not going to bring up the topic of where Ariarna went in front of this guy. Like, I would love to find I want to be very pleasant, but I want to find an opportunity, like, to ask with the Sildar for like a moment alone, basically, or with us, basically. So I want to say, like,
yeah.
Sildar, do you have pleasure to meet you? But do you have a few minutes to talk?
And he looks over at Haverlin. Haverlin gives him a nod. Yeah, absolutely. more than welcome. And Toblin, the proprietor of the Stonehill Inn, says you can use the meeting room in the back. You know, the large dining room. Go for it. So
I stay outside staring at this.
Okay. He looks at you with like a sideways look, and he turns around and he starts talking to the bannerman that's behind him.
I lean up against the outside of the whatever building and just chill.
Nice.
Keep an eye
Okay.
on this cunt.
Okay.
I like it.
I'll hang with you. I'll hang with Pepper.
Okay. Yep. So that means Dell and Bofer, you're gonna go back in with Sildar. Okay. Cool.
I'm just tagging
all right.
along.
So once when I get back there, I'll tell him. So I didn't want to break this news to you. I'm not sure how well you knew Iarno, but we discovered it turns out that he really took advantage of the power void here in Phandalin, and he ended up being the guy you may or may not have heard of, Glassstaff, the head of the Red Brands.
I'd suspected as much, but didn't believe it to be true. We sent him to set up a little police force, if you will, in town, and it seems that he decided to go towards the dark side than the light. That is unfortunate and not in keeping with our Lord's Alliance ideals. That's unfortunate. Did you guys learn anything else while you were there?
Well, we attempted to gather information from him and kind of take him hostage, but there was a drow elf who executed him right in front of us.
Sildar strokes his chin and he says, "A drow, you say?"
Say, maybe this will help, and I have Glassstaff's notes from his desk.
Oh yeah, we got to deliver the notes to what's her face, right? Who was that?
Sildar has the notes and starts reading through them, and he sees the note specifically from the Black Spider telling Glassstaff to keep an eye out for strangers. And he just shakes his head and he can't believe that his friend, or not his friend, but someone of the Lord's Alliance could fall so far. It's definitely a shock to him. You can see.
Make sure to let him know about our goblin too, so they don't kill him.
Oh well, yeah, we're going to tell him about Tressender Manor. That we
So
own.
Etch lifts up the window and rolls in. Hey, don't forget to tell him about the goblin.
And everyone in the
discreet.
entire inn stops and
Screeches to a halt. Yeah. That is unfortunate. Well, thank you, adventurers. Do you have any insight into where they might have taken Gundren?
what did they say? They said Clark's Castle. What is that?
King Girl's Castle, Cragmaw Castle.
Cragmar Castle. That's where we think that they are, and that's where we think that the Black Spider is. I think too.
So he scratches his chin a little more and he says, "Yes, that's probably right. I know it's somewhere to the north. That's all I've got, though. Maybe Haverlin can help a little. He's that man's wiser than the wisest man I've ever met. That's for sure."
Can he be trusted? I ask.
Haverlin? There's never been a more noble man than
See
you've
the
ever seen.
Stonehill innkeeper, right?
No, Haverlin's the guy waiting outside that.
Got it.
Orlando is staring up and down.
Okay, so
We're
he's
both
not-
a bit suspicious.
I'd like to ask
him
this
for his own
paladin man
reason.
if he can lend us any men.
And cut back to the outside.
Cut back to the outside. So, okay, describe how you want to even go about asking this, because I'm picturing this happening. I mean, this is a
So I
7 foot
say,
tall elf.
hey, well, first I want to walk up right, sidle up right next to him really quietly, and just be right by his knees when I talk. I don't want to, I just want to be there.
Yeah. Okay.
I just say, hey, man.
He is not startled at all at you getting there. You know that you are able to.
I'm not impressed that he's not there.
Okay. He looks down at you.
I say, so we got some stuff that we need to do, and we could use a paladin type who's not so goody-goody, but is willing to maybe get in a little trouble. But maybe we could take him off your hands.
He looks at you and he says, "There's definitely no paladin of my order looking to cause any trouble or get into any trouble."
I said just, sometimes we get into trouble, not on our, choice, but
No fault of our own.
we need someone who's a little flexible, not as stiff as you.
So
I yell over to where they are and I say, "I think he's just scared."
Haverlin looks at you with the straightest face you've ever experienced. No flinching, jaw set, and looks at you And he goes, "I guarantee I'm not scared."
Shit.
Can't spook
And
this
he goes
one.
back. He goes back to looking down at the halfling, and he says, "I can think of maybe someone back in Waterdeep that I could send this way, but it'd take a while for them to get here, and I'm not sure you guys are up to much."
No. Well, what will you pay us to go kill some people?
And he just shakes his head, and he turns and he goes back to talking to his bannerman because.
All right, well, that's that, guys.
Come back into Stonehill.
I just walk away.
Come back into Stonehill. Yep.
Okay. I want to ask. I forgot who we're talking. Oh, Sildar, right?
Sildar. Yep. You're talking to Sildar.
Do you know where we could get a labor force hired around here to spruce up Tressendar Manor?
He
Oh, by the way, we own Tressender Manor.
Yeah.
he says, "Oh, really? I do think that's something that." He's like, "How? Wait, how do you own the manor now?"
We have the deed. That's
I own it.
bureaucracy at work, baby.
He calls in Toblin. He calls out to the other room. He calls in Toblin Stonehill, remember the proprietor of Stonehill Inn, and Toblin comes walking in, and he tells him that what you guys just told him, that you apparently have the deed to Tressender Manor.
It was given to us legally.
It was
You're not gonna-
inherited by
legally.
normal means.
Call Etch.
Tell him, Brash, make sure you tell him that our law firm looked this over.
We want to open the window and call in Etch and let Orlando come if he wants to come.
Okay. So Etch comes around the corner, comes running into the back. Not running, like full sprint, but
You
you
don't
guys
hear anything.
no sounds. Yeah, you hear no sounds. It's just he's just suddenly there.
It looks like a little
Uh,
teeny tiny puppy going.
It's like a missing sound effect in a video game.
Exactly. Yeah, I just forgot to load the clip or load the sound audio file.
lagging?
Um,
Am I lagging again?
oh, is he lagging? Sorry, I thought you meant my audio.
No, you actually sound good.
So Toblin looks at you guys and he says, "Well, that's interesting. You know who? I bet Harbin might have something to say about this." So he
Well,
Wester?
what?
Town Master Hall?
Just so
The Town
you
Master.
know, and you can tell him, we got this through completely legal means, but we can't talk about it. We signed a confidentiality
Yeah.
agreement.
NDA, baby.
I don't want to violate the law, and I don't think that Paladin would want us violating the law either.
Right, yeah. Definitely.
he just looks at you and he shakes his head like, "Yeah, that makes sense. Okay." Harbin comes waddling in after being summoned, and he looks over the deed and he, "I just can't be real. This, no way." So he says, "We're going to the miners' exchange," and he takes you guys out, and you guys go to the miners' exchange. Remember where Halia Thornton is in charge.
Is she the one who wanted us to bring back the document? No, that was.
She's the one who offered you guys 100 gold pieces to take care of Glassstaff.
Oh, yeah,
And
she still owes
as
us
long
that.
as you,
But she is not Maney's aunt, right? That is.
no, that's Quellen Adderley.
Retcon. That was retconned.
That was yeah.
Got it.
So he's like, "Look, we should go to the miners' exchange. They'll know if this is real."
Okay.
And he scoops up the deed. He looks at you guys, and he goes walking out. And you guys all troop behind him. Haviland just stays standing at the outside. As you're walking,
Shrine of Luck.
as you go by the square, and are working your way down south at this intersection, you see. Oh, excuse me. Oh God, I forgot his fucking name. Hold on one second.
Turk.
Carp.
Oh,
You
damn.
see Carp come running up, but he no longer has his wooden sword attached to his hip. Now he's wearing what looks to be like an old bathrobe with a floppy sock like hat on his head. A big it looks like an old crew sock
Am I
on
this
his
kid's
head.
hero right now?
He comes running up and he's like, "Mr. Dell, you guys made it! I can't believe it! Oh, did you guys beat the Red Brands?
You bet we did.
Oh, I knew it! I already
Show me your
started
glass
right."
staff.
Yeah, I like hold it up to the sun because it's all shiny.
His eyes get 3 times larger.
I didn't think you'd keep that. That's so cool. I gotta put that in the notes, though. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can't believe you guys did it. That's so cool. Wait,
If Orlando comes with us, I nod to Orlando and see if he wants to show him his sword, his cool sword that he got down there.
Oh yeah. Am I with you? I think I am.
Yeah.
You can't be.
I figured we probably.
I figured they probably scooped you up as they were walking.
Okay.
So Orlando takes out
Yeah.
Talon, and Carp's eyes get 3 times larger than they already were.
is that the
Way cooler
Talon?
than a glass stick.
And he looks at you and goes, "Can I hold it?"
I say sure, and I stab it like foot into the ground, like foot in front
Real
of him,
close to him.
like hard.
He jumps back and he goes to grab it, and he tries to pull, and he can't get it, and he goes, "I'm not strong enough. That's why I became a wizard anyway." And he's like, I gotta go tell mom. I'm gonna go tell mom. Wait, my uncle Etch, did he die again, or is he okay this time?
Oh, he died again, but I brought him back. Don't you worry. Got him.
I said you should have seen me out there, guys.
It was a heroic death.
Yeah, it was
Way to go, Uncle Etch. I knew you could do it. Well, these guys will take care of you. And he
Flipped on
goes,
the table heroically.
He got skewered like a suckling pig.
I
Heroic.
fucked them up though first.
he goes running back down
Hey,
the
no,
down the
before he
road to
leaves,
the
though, I
fun.
go, hey, before
he
you leave,
skids to a halt.
I gotta pay you for your squireship.
Services.
Yeah, your services.
I get paid.
And I will hand him. I'll ask the guys, like, metagame wise, should I give him a Malachite gem, which is just like converted gold cost, or Blarg's eye patch?
I'd give him the eye patch. I think
Yeah,
that's way
eye
cooler.
patch. Yeah, I think that's pretty.
Should give him the charm person scroll.
Yeah, I'll give him Blarg's eye patch.
He immediately puts it on.
Hell
And
yeah.
he's like, this is the best day
Oh,
of my
probably
life.
we should tell him that he can hang out with our goblin.
I'm cool with that.
Goblin?
Just tell him that they should watch out for each other and should teach each other things.
Yep, he's pretty cool.
But
Wait,
stay out of the
We're
basement.
gonna have like like an abandoned house with a dungeon that has a
Yep.
goblin and a boy in it.
Super duper into
Yep.
And a Nothic.
I'm not
Nah.
super into that.
Yeah, stay out of there
You
until
better-
we
you
get
better
Yeah,
stay
I just kind of stay. I don't really like view this
Yeah.
manor as my home at all, so I don't really give a shit. So I
No,
don't
Yeah.
say
it's
anything.
best that he's
I just kind of roll my eyes.
He's like, I don't think my mom wants me hanging out with a goblin. That's really cool though. Maybe sometime I could come up and see you guys, and maybe the goblin could be there.
Sure.
You know, just like coincidental,
God
at
damn
the
it.
same time.
We got to roleplay speech impediments too.
We just can't say coincidentally. And he's like,
Word, man.
can I go show my mom my eye patch? So is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah,
So
make
he
sure
puts
she
the eye patch on,
Run off.
and he
Car.
goes,
I'm proud
he
of
goes
you,
running
Car.
off. And due to his lack of depth perception, he runs right into a fence post and bounces off. But he gets up, brushes the dust off of his wizard robe, and goes running up
I
the
give him
trail.
Finger guns. I go, yeah.
No, not your finger guns.
Oh
That's
God! Oh shit! I forgot my finger guns. Are...
Magic missile shoots out and skewers Carp in the road. So as
Is the
you
crystal still there?
I forgot my finger guns were loaded.
you go into the Phandalin Miners Exchange, and you see Harbin walk right up to that dwarf that you guys had earlier tried to shake down to get more value out of your jade frog statue. And he slams down the deed in front of him, and he said, and you can't really hear what he's saying, but his fat fingers are poking the deed, and the dwarf puts in a little, inspector eyepiece and starts looking over the deed and shaking his head. Yes.
I
and
say, never mind the blood on the deed. That's mine.
he looks at you through the eyepiece, so his eyes magnified by like 10, and he just looks back down, but he starts shaking his head yes, and Harbin shaking his head no, like no way this could be real. And he scoops it up and comes back and thrusts it in Beaufort's hands, and he goes, I guess you guys do own that piece of shit up on the hill now.
I tell him about our goblin and that he's not to be harmed. He's considered our property.
Harbin looks visibly shook at the thought of a goblin in his town.
Well, and now that I've told him, if any one of his guys murder him or kill him, it can't go. It's against the law.
He says, I'm going to have to tell Haverlin immediately. Obviously, there can't be any goblins in this town. And he goes tromping off to go, running back to Stonehill Inn. But it's at a fast waddle more than anything.
We should get out of here before this lynching happens.
As you guys go walking out, you bump into Turk. Literally, like, open the door, run into Turk. And he looks at you guys, and he goes, well, I heard from Sildar that you guys took care of the Red Brands and Tressender, so I guess I gotta get up there and go clean out the bodies, huh?
No, we took care of that.
Yeah, don't worry about this.
Who wants to take the lead on this one? Because you're gonna have to roll a deception check on this.
But it isn't necessary. It's not.
Our goblin man did it.
Yeah. That's
I guess maybe we do a.
He looks at you. He looks over at Etch and says, "Goblin? There can't be any goblins in Phandalin."
This guy's not your typical goblin. All right, he's a goblin that
we've struck a deal.
He's a good goblin. All right.
There's no such thing as a good goblin. Not around Phandalin. They've attacked all the carts coming this way. You want me to believe that there's a good goblin in there?
Sure, there's good and bad people.
Oh, it's not my... I deal with the dead anyway. It's not my problem.
Yeah, but I bet there's some real good corpses and some real bad ones.
Yeah, hey, if it's a bad goblin, that's business for you.
Someone roll a persuasion. Someone with charisma. I don't have any.
I can do it.
I have a -1 on my persuasion. Don't ask me.
Boom.
Oh, snap!
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah, you convince him to leave the goblin alone. Turk says, well, I guess if you guys vouch for it, that's something. It is your house and all. But
I
really probably should take care of those bodies for you. And he puts his stovepipe hat on, and he goes to start walking up the hill.
I'm gonna tell him you probably don't want to do that. There's something in the basement that we have a tenuous relationship that you probably don't want to.
Yeah, there's an R. Kelly in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you, and he just shakes his head, and he turns Betsy the other way, and he goes walking towards the town green, and is definitely not trusting of what you guys have going on up at this house.
But at least we get the impression he's not going to go up there, but he's just like kind of baffled by whatever our hijinks are.
He's going to leave it alone.
Okay.
So you guys can go back and you guys leave the Miners Exchange. You're now officially the owners. You'll be able to set up deals with someone in town. Either you probably can hire repairmen in the Miners Exchange. I think I came up to the number to be about 1,000 gold pieces to get it back into a total operating manner, which is quite a bit if you guys were going to spend everything you have right now. I think it's about the right math. Would get you guys there.
We can do a layaway situation.
Yeah. While you guys are doing this, Etch, you got the bag of gems that I told you was in the safe as well.
Yeah, that's right.
You got those appraised at the Miners Exchange. You were kind of off to the side talking to a human over there, and he told you they were worth about 200 gold pieces in total. So you can swap those out, and you have 200 gold pieces in your inventory now.
That's
I'm going
great.
to sell my malachite.
Yeah, I believe those were, what did I say, 10 gold pieces each? Let me look. Oh, gotta find where the hell they were in there. I bet I could search it.
It was either 10 or 20, but I have 2 of them, so I don't remember if that's how I got to 20 or not.
No, it doesn't show up there. Let's find it. Where is the malachite? Just for the record, that eye patch you gave him was worth 50 gold pieces.
Damn it!
Where is the malachite? Oh, malachite. There are 15 gold pieces each.
Okay.
I will sell
So, yeah.
my 2.
Yeah, you guys are able to sell your gems off, and
And then
Okay.
I want to go turn in these papers to whoever was going to pay us for them.
Sildar has them in his possession.
Oh, I thought I intended to take them back. Like I meant to say, like you can look at them, but we need those back.
Let's just go.
He
get
would
them.
have looked at you and been like, I don't think so. This is Lord's Alliance matter now.
Well, shit.
Wait,
What? You gave him our manor?
Matter.
No, not the manor.
The
The
matter. This is a Lord's Alliance matter.
the
Who
papers.
has it? It's Sildar or the?
What's
Who
that?
has it? Who has it?
Sildar. Sildar has the paper, the
But we
notes.
wanted to turn them into the other lady for money.
You forgot to get them back from him.
I'm
Yep.
telling you, he would not have given them to you guys.
We could have taken them.
I would not recommend that.
Well, we gotta chase down this dwarf anyways, right? 'Cause-
So Harbin West, yeah. So Harbin ran off to tell Haverlin about your goblin, and you can see the fat mayor of the town
Oh, he's gonna tell that Hallie bitch.
telling, yes, and you can see him turning and pointing up the hill as you guys are walking up and pointing back at you. And you walk up, and Haverlin just laughs, and I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, and claps the man on the shoulder, and he actually just falls onto his ass on the ground. He says, "Oops, sorry about that. Don't know my own strength sometime." And he picks this fat man, right back up and sets him on his feet. And he looks at you guys, and he says, "Well, so you guys own the manor now. That's pretty cool. Probably going to take some work to get that cleaned up, but
I think we have a goblin.
He looks at Etch and he says, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
The
But
help will clean it up for us.
help, yes, that's probably a much better way to go about talking about him in this town.
We're paying him.
He looks at you and he kind of has a question of doubt. But as you guys are having this exchange, a large shadow passes overhead and a roar echoes out. You're able to look in time, and you see the outline of a dragon against the sun. And when he roars,
Dragon shit.
Everyone flinches
Well,
except for Haverlin.
I think I could roll for
Damn.
that flinch.
Can we do like a
You flinch.
history check? I'm curious if this is like abnormal or if we like know about
Dragons in this area.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dragons well known to exist or like in this area.
yeah, go ahead and roll history. Whoever's curious about that. So you guys know that dragons do exist. They do. They are creatures that exist.
Simon, you're echoing.
I'm sorry, hang on.
And but you guys are all tangentially aware of dragons. You know they exist. And you look and you see Haverlin though looking up at the sky, and he goes, "They'd be showing up too." And he looks down at you guys, and he goes, "Well, it must not be just us that's heard about Wave Echo Cave being found again. Looks like the dragons are returning."
Sure.
And he turns around and he claps the young bannerman on his shoulder, and he says, "It looks like you will be needed by these fens anyway." And he pulls forward. He brings the bannerman forward, and you guys are face to face with. Oh, that's not the right one.
It's a human.
That's the right one. With Daldrin Silverguard. Daldrin, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit?
Ah.
All right. Well, what's up, dudes?
I know this guy. I knew he sounded familiar.
Haverlin looks down at you and says, "What did I say about using these colloquialisms like dudes? We hold ourselves a little more noble than that."
Sorry. All right. Good deal. Evening, gents. My name is Daldrin Silverguard. I not new to these parts here. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
It's
all right.
Family
You
is no stranger to wealth, power, and privilege.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. All right.
Yeah.
Is he wearing gay armor too?
Daldrin is he is wearing, I believe it's mail armor that I put him in. Let me double check.
What's this guy look like?
Simon, what's
He's
your
in-
microphone situation? Because I can hear everybody echoing on you.
So I've got headphones in and a mic plugged into my computer.
Oh, he's probably because of he's got
Maybe
to
in
go
Roll20?
mute on roll 20. Roll 20.
Oh, that might be it.
Hover over your icon thing and roll 20, and then there's like a little speaker you can click. Hopefully that'll do it.
So while he's figuring that, I'll tell you guys about him. He is a human male.
Mm.
He is a paladin dressed in chainmail.
He identifies as a paladin.
He identifies as a paladin. He's got a longsword and a shield strapped across his back. He is of noble parentage. He's the squire / bannerman to Haviland, the commander of the Lord's Alliance. So he has seen his fair share of politics and adventure. So he is also level 3, much like you guys
Nice. You're
Nice.
strong.
Strong.
are. Yeah.
I asked him if he is up for a little adventure. And saving.
I consider the ragtag group in front of me, and
Sounds like he's
I feel like-
being ordered
feel-
by Haverlin to join
I-
us. Or what? I didn't really understand that.
I'm always
exchange.
willing to help out friends who are. I'm always willing to help out people who are in need, and always willing to help.
Yeah, you get the sense that once Haverlin laid eyes on the dragon, he kind of that's when he let Daldrin know, like, yeah, you're going to be staying here. So you almost believe that he expected to see a dragon here.
Simon, try turning your stuff down, like your volume. Is it like loud coming out of your headphones?
No, hang on a sec.
It's actually better now.
Different.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
No, he's been like muting himself on and off, I think.
Oh. Yeah, I want to take this guy with me.
Cool. So yeah, Daldrin is now part of the adventuring party. You guys are free to figure out what you want to do now. Remember, you know that your next step is most likely Cragmaw Castle. That's where.
Is
One
there-
kinda guided you.
Is there a map
question.
we can consult or somewhere we can go?
Oh yeah. Let me whip you guys back.
We also
So
want to
the
stop
lady
by
that we're-
Thunder Tree.
The lady that we were going to turn those papers into, was she interested in us killing Glassstaff and getting the papers, or just getting the papers? Like, could we go
She-
show her the staff, and we would theoretically know what deal we made, but is she like only paying for the papers, or is she paying to have Glassstaff dead too?
Yeah, she definitely. Yeah. So
All right,
Gopher.
is this any better?
much better.
We need someone else to
Yep.
talk.
Yep. it's
Yeah,
better.
I think
Yeah,
that's
it's much better. You can't hear us now.
Nice.
So you, so you guys are kind of prepping to get going. Bofer remembers that Halia had offered you guys to take care of Glassstaff with the papers. Along with the papers, she wanted to take any of the information. Basically, she was trying to glean any information she could use
right. Use her
to
for her
manipulate the situation.
purpose.
Yeah. So because let me just delete this damn thing there. She does give you guys the reward. She thanks you for taking care of Glassstaff. She's aware that the red brands were causing more trouble than they were worth at that point. She's curious, what's going to happen next, but she does give you the 100 gold pieces she promised for taking care of Glassstaff.
Nice.
Nothing personal, Simon or Daldrin, but you weren't really involved with that, so you ain't gonna get shit.
That's what, 25 apiece?
That would be 25 apiece, yeah, for you four.
That seems fair.
What'd you say?
I said that seems fair.
Add 25 gold pieces to your stash.
Hell yeah. I have so much gold.
So we're here in Phandalin,
You're in Phandalin.
and we came from Neverwinter originally.
You came from Neverwinter originally. You know that.
We're supposed to head
know
to
that-
north-ish, that's all I remember.
You know that. Yeah, they said Cragmaw Castle is to the north. Hold on. How do I turn off fog?
There's also the old owl well, too, that we could go to.
Yeah, is there like obviously this is our map, but is there like a completed map?
We could maybe go talk to somebody
Soldar or
and
somebody?
have them show
Like,
us a map.
surely the miners have explored.
Or maybe the Lion Shield Coster.
Yeah, so let's say, yeah, I like that idea. So you guys, you did go ask around the map. You asked around the Miners Exchange, and they did provide you with a more detailed map. So let me go ahead and. Have I moved you guys to the right? Are you on the map? Yeah,
Nope.
you guys
Yeah.
are on the Sword Coast map.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are given a map that contains. I don't want to reveal too much stuff.
I see a
Thunder
word. I
Tree.
see part of a word in the top right.
Thunder
There's
Tree.
Thunder Tree.
Leylon.
Mount Hot now.
Mirror of Dead Men.
So you know that Phandalin was in the Sword Mountains, or the nestled to the north of the Sword Mountains. You know that Crypt Garden Forest lies below that. You guys found the hideout for the Cragmaws yourselves. They show you where the ruins of Thunder Tree are. You were just know that it's a town in ruins at this point.
So it's not known where Cragmaw Castle is, or is
Cragmaw Castle is not known by anyone. If you remember, they said that you
Probably in one of these black areas.
Quellen Allerleaf said you could talk to the Druid Rydoff in Thunder Tree. He knows where basically everything is. Droop told you to look for patrolling goblins or bugbears around outside of Phandalin. Or you can just randomly try and find it, and we can roll for that if you'd like.
I do have a scroll of augury. I don't know if that would help that much. It's more like, will we
Like,
find it?
so
And then you can
If we,
say,
if
like,
we
yes
go
or no.
northwest, will we find Cragmaw Castle and then see what?
You mean northeast?
Yeah, northeast. Sorry.
What do you guys think?
Or maybe do
Wait,
like,
what's the Cragmaw Castle again? Why do we want to go there?
That's where.
That's where we think that my cousin is kept, and that's where they took the map to the Wave Elk Cave that we basically want to return to.
Check the map, goof.
I say we go straight north.
Well, I mean, we can kind of figure part of it out right now.
We could,
probably.
yeah.
No, I'm playing the like SAT strategy here. There's something in that fucking black square straight north of us, and it's near Cragmaw hideout.
But like realistically, I don't want to like wander into the woods and look for a castle.
All right.
But I
So
do.
the other question is, do we want to go there, or do we,
We
want
could
to?
go
We
ask-
have a couple other side quests too. We could go to the old Alwell, or we could go to Thunder Tree as well.
We could just ask people if they've heard any rumors about where it might be and start piecing it together.
Here's my thing. We could use this scroll of augury to see if going northeast on the Triboard Trail would lead us to Cragmaw Castle. That's my
Right.
hope. And if we get a no on that, then we can always just head to Thunder Tree and find out definitely. Because I mean, yeah, I don't know where else we could look from there. Probably northwest, but I'm not sure. I don't want to guess at that point. You guys want to use this scroll of augury?
Yeah. I'm down to do the scroll
Okay.
of augury.
Ask this paladin guy if he might know. Doesn't his boss maybe know?
Do you know where Cragmaw Castle is?
I have no idea where Cragmaw Castle is.
Well, Keith,
Yeah.
is that true?
He would not know where Cragmaw Castle
Okay.
is.
Where are we in Phandalin right now?
You guys are in Phandalin right now.
Where? Like at an inn or a?
You're kind of you're
We're outside the
chilling outside.
The
Yeah,
Shrine
you're
of
chilling
Luck.
outside of. You're at the Shrine of Luck. Yeah, debating.
I'm always at.
Where you wanna go?
I want to go to the Shrine of Luck for my scroll of augury.
Fair enough. Sorry, I got to read into what
yeah,
I. need to
I'm
know
looking
about
at it
this.
too. So,
Uh,
specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. So, I mean, I could phrase it like, obviously there's a T in the road on the Tribord Trail. If we go right at the T, will we be heading to Cragmaw Castle? and then you can tell us if the omen is wheel, woe, or wheel and
Wheel
woe,
and woe,
or
or nothing.
For my divination, I throw rocks.
Okay.
What are the rocks telling us?
The rocks are telling you. Wheel and woe. Fuck, man. I don't know how to fucking augur this.
I mean, it's maybe,
So I guess
maybe,
you can-
maybe
you
it's
can,
not
like,
working
answer
and
our-
it tells
even
us
if it-
nothing, but like,
I-
I mean,
Yeah, it's
Orlando is super curious about this unexplored region.
maybe at night when we're on the Tribord Trail, you can dive in there at night when it's super dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are more than welcome to go just exploring through.
Let's ask some people if they've
Is this
heard
augury?
rumors.
Is this?
It's a fucking castle. Someone's seen it.
We'll say that the augury wielded no result. I think is the easiest way to do it because I don't want to eat it because it. This is fucking difficult as a DM,
mean,
man.
I
I
know,
don't know.
dude. I
Nothing
hate when
then
my
for the outcome?
characters like ask me questions like this, and I'm sorry to
Well,
do
no.
this to you, but like I feel like this is
Yeah.
actually a good use of augury, but I don't know.
You get a result of, let's say it would be woe. You get a result of woe, so
The
bad
results would be
happens.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay, well in that case, I think it's more definite to head to Thunder Tree, and then it just becomes a question of do we want to take the path or do we want to go through the Black Forest? Pepper, do you have a good
I'm always
argument?
looking for adventure. I'm trying to make a good story here, and it seems to me that these roads were built around an area as though they didn't want to go into this area for some reason.
So, but why does that motivate you to go into it?
I like having stories told about me. I'm trying to explore some new shit and
And the Cragmaw hideout is right over there.
fuck some shit up. Yeah, that's the other
Where
thing.
else would they have? Where else would they have their lookout if it wasn't to look out for their base?
Yeah.
So the
no.
other
Well,
the other thing is that, do
Let's
we
head to Thunder Tree and kind of skirt through the woods here, like
okay, we can skirt on the outside
Skirt
of the
the
woods.
like a little bit in, you know,
Yeah.
like a little
Yeah.
bit into the woods.
We can still see like the edge of the woods, but we're pretty deep into it.
I can follow the rationale that the shortest distance is a straight line, and that is a straight line from.
Yep, I'm down with
Instead
that.
of doing the T in the road, just head straight to Thunder Tree.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious
Um,
why all their maps have not gone into this area.
So I want to know. So in terms of travel,
Uh-huh.
how long is it gonna take us to get there? And like, is it worth us for to look into mounts and stuff?
It will be.
We had a cart before, right? We weren't.
We gave the cart away,
Oh, that's right.
part of our stuff. It was part of-
Yeah, you could.
If we're going into the woods, we don't really want a horse.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, and we can skirt the edge. It looks like too, and be on a relatively straight path. And then maybe one day like dive in there, but like overall, I mean, how long? I think the question still should be answered before we continue at all. How
So
long is
one-
I
this
just want to see
trip
how
gonna
Keith
take?
wants to do travel and
one,
stuff.
Yeah, so one hex is 5 miles. You guys can travel about 24 miles per day, so about 5 hexes per day by foot. I believe if you do mounted, isn't that double on the travel?
So it's 1 or 2 days, depending if we do mounted
yeah.
or not.
Yep. So, yeah,
We could get to here like in one day.
you could get there today, yes, and you could rest there at night.
If you're really set on heading into the forest, I think it'd be best that we get a cart, we park it like in that same spot.
Well, you don't
and
even
then we'll
really need a
have-
cart, right? We can just get individual horses and ride on them because we carry our stuff around with us, unless we want
Yeah,
to carry like a
yeah,
whole
we
bunch
don't-
extra
We don't have
provisions.
a cargo really.
How much the fuck does a horse cost?
Jesus, you guys are making
Can we
me look it up
lease?
now.
Can we lease horses?
Yeah, so we'll say,
I just want the new model every year.
Mhm.
Exactly.
yeah.
I want to do maintenance.
Yeah,
Fuck does a horse cost?
Quellen, because she's Edge's aunt, is feeling very generous, and she offers up 5 of her 4 Well,
Burrows.
we'll assume.
We need 5.
We'll assume. Well, I'm going to assume that Baldrin
Oh,
Yeah, he's probably got his own horse.
has Daldrin. Yeah, Daldrin still has the horse that Haverlin has him ride.
Wait, so I'm just
Carrying
riding a
grandma.
horse while these guys are just like talking.
Well,
Well,
we haven't left the city yet. We're
You haven't
discussing
left
that.
You have your own mount, but yeah,
Nice.
Quellen is willing to loan you guys each a horse for the 5 gold pieces.
So how far can we go in a day with a horse?
I believe it's double. You're gonna make me look this up.
I'll look it up too.
But if you want to dip into the forest, we can do that, and then make
could do
camp
that
for
from
the night,
horseback,
and then
yeah.
I got a
continue the
feeling
next
those foreboding woods that no one seems to want to build roads near.
day. Hey, let's be pioneers. Let's finish
The other
this
question we
map.
need to ask ourselves is do we want to do other things before that? Because if we think that that's where like our end goal is, do we want to go to Thunder Tree and other places first or not?
I thought the Wave Echo Cave was our end goal.
It is right, but yes. So I mean, sorry. Do we want to proceed with the main quest, or do we want to knock out side quests first? And I'm fine with either. I just want to make sure that we know what we're doing.
I'm fine with
We aren't
that.
going to like stumble upon
I'm
the Wave
fine.
Echo Cave and like be underleveled for it.
Wait, Wave Echo Cave. No, I'm getting mixed up. What's it? Cragmaw Castle. The
Cragmaw
Drow?
Castle is where we think that the Black Spider took my uncle, because that's what I'm assuming is their home base, because they are also looking for like the Wave Echo Cave, and the way it map like shows it to them, but like I'm assuming the Cragmaw Castle is like their home base that they're going to deploy from to like go to the Wave Echo Cave and set up shop. That's
Yeah,
my
let's fuck
assumption.
up. Let's fuck up some spiders.
Spidoo.
Get some loot.
So, doesn't like mounted travel is
we can get to Thunder Tree in a day, basically.
well, it says you can go double the distance in an hour, than one person, or then you could walking up by
So I
foot.
assume that
Daily-
double in an
daily
hour is
distance
just
is the same.
double the same. Yeah, double in an hour is the same as double in a day.
Yeah, probably because that's
well,
at a
no,
gallop.
I think the idea there is you can't gallop the horse all day
Yeah, you
long
can gallop
for
the
24
whole
miles.
I see.
So if you need to go somewhere really fast, short distance, you can sprint there with the horse.
Interesting.
Yeah,
But
But the other
daily
flip
distance
side of it
about
is
the
that the
same.
horse gets tired and you don't.
Like
yeah, we'll say it would take
like in
you guys-
real life, a human can walk as far as a horse in a day.
Yeah.
You
But
get the
you
horse,
don't get tired.
Right.
Yeah, we'll say it would take you 2.5 days on foot. You guys would get there easily in 2 days.
What,
On
Thunder
horseback.
Tree or
Yeah,
to
to Thunder Tree.
I'd like to get to know this paladin on this walk. All of us to have good conversation.
So you gonna ask Daldrin to leave his horse behind, or are you guys gonna pay the 5 gold pieces and rent some horses?
I'm renting.
All right.
Rent.
I'll rent.
So you guys are all mounted. You start the leisure ride up to the north, skirting the edge of the forest. Like you guys surmise, why is my ping not working anymore?
Do you need to
Yeah,
change?
there
your-
we go. No, I had the wrong thing selected. So you make it to the edge of the woods, the southernmost point of Neverwinter Woods in your first day there. As you're setting up camp, I need to back to my table here. As you're setting up camp, sun's going down.
Yep, okay.
You are well, this is fucking dumb. You guys are ambushed. Where's my D8?
Ambush.
You guys are ambushed by
Are they from the woods or like?
6
sorry,
sturges. So it actually comes from the sky. A sturge
Sturge.
looks like. Oh, I guess I could turn the sounds off. Hold on. You guys are no longer in town. You're attacked by a sturge, which looks like this. Think like a
like a
big,
mosquito?
Yeah, mosquito.
yeah. I think that's exactly what they are. They're winged pests that feed on the blood of living creatures,
God.
drawing sustenance
Not
through
this
the
living
proboscis.
creature.
I draw my greatsword.
So
Get
go
rid of
ahead
it.
and I guess let me put your. Can you roll for initiative without having your token out there?
Yeah, we can. It just doesn't have our names or our.
Tokens on there. Yeah. So go ahead and
Yeah,
roll
it doesn't
for
put it in.
initiative for
You
me.
have to manually put it in the turn order thing, but we can roll.
Oh yeah, good call. Oh wait, here we'll do this. We'll do it this way. Close that. Jesus Christ.
So, Simon, at the top of your sheet, it'll say initiative. You gotta click on that.
Why won't
Text.
Oh,
Top of the
shit,
core?
baby.
Wait, where is that?
At the top,
turn.
at like the top middle of your.
this- Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
It'll say
So here, I'm gonna drop a token for each of you guys on the, and you can just. I think then you can do it right from your token.
Oh, but I
Should we
crit it,
reroll?
though.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Maybe Raz can keep his crit.
Damn, everybody's rolling good now.
We rolling initiative again.
Yeah. Reroll initiative. Yep.
Oh, I didn't click my thing. I got a 22 though. Should I roll again?
Yeah. Somebody help Simon with what he needs to know.
Simon, in the
to-
top left, you have to, for whatever reason with initiative, you have to have your token selected in order for it to go into this turn order thing on the left. So,
Okay.
you're,
Wait,
you're
we're not over here. We're like over here.
I know,
right?
but
Our tokens are all on the map. You need to
Yeah, I'm
grab
just putting you
yours
on the map
and
so
move
you
it
can.
around.
I'm just putting you on the map so you can
Oh man.
draw your initiative, guys. It doesn't really
So you
matter.
click
where
your
you're
little
talking about.
circle, and then go to click the same initiative thing you did before. Because when you click your circle, it brings up like your hit points and like your armor class and stuff.
Which
I'm
I-
clicking. It's not doing anything.
So you clicked your little circle,
and then
Yeah,
and
that's
then
on
go
the
to
map.
your sheet and then click
right on the
initiative.
map. Does it bring up like should have like a red, green, and blue circle above it?
Nah.
Try
No.
clicking it again.
Keith had to like enable our.
Oh, what do
abilities.
those do? I didn't even know those existed.
That's your HP, your armor class, and some other
Oh,
stuff.
we don't need to know that. Just go into your character sheet.
whatever. Yeah. Hold
There
on,
we
how do
go.
you-
How the fuck?
You got it now. You're right.
I got him. I got him.
You had to like give us permission to touch our tokens.
Oh yeah, he might not be able to yet.
He should be able to. Yeah. No, he can.
His
He can
looks
edit and
different.
control.
His looks different than
It does.
all the
'Cause
rest of ours.
I made his.
Oh okay.
So he should be good.
Dude, you should
Anyway.
remake ours. Mine is a female, and that's bullshit.
Do I need to roll again? I don't get my 22.
No, you get your. You got. Yeah. Well, you got to roll again. Yes. Please. Damn it. Damn it.
Nice.
Get
So-
fucked.
23
Nailed
is
it.
higher. So again, as you guys were setting up camp, sun's slowly setting. You heard the flutter of leathery wings, and what did I say? 6 sturges came diving out of the
you
sky
gotta
at
get
you
the
guys.
How big are these things?
A few feet. Think like
Size of a
large.
baseball or like a.
The body would be like the size of like maybe like a loaf of bread, with those then pterodactyl wingies.
Yeah, I could definitely cleave those fucks out of the sky.
Yeah, you can absolutely.
I bet you
crack
won't
one
eat
if you'd
them.
like.
I throw my greatsword.
All right.
It's a joke. But I will throw it later. But I'm pretty sure throwing it at an airborne target is probably.
Yeah, that's probably.
Is it my turn? Do I get to go?
Mhm.
Are they close enough to hit in melee?
Yeah. Is this?
Yeah, they're dive bombing at you guys. They're
Okay.
coming in. They're kind of swooping around trying to get a hold of you.
There aren't going to be like tokens for them.
No, because this isn't combat. This is theater of the mind. You know, we're not placing them. Just think in your mind.
All right. In
be
one
difficult to
swing,
place
I hit
anyways,
all
because they're
6 with my
airborne.
greatsword.
Okay, so maybe not that.
All right. One dive bombs me, and I had hinged my greatsword as they're coming down.
Mhm.
One like swoops at me, and I just fucking like, what's his name? Sammy Sosa step up to the plate and just underhand swing.
Did you cork your sword, bro?
Yeah.
Your name is
exactly.
Sammy Sosa. You like to hit home runs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your attack.
I just fucking McGuire it out of the fucking park.
There you go. That's more like it.
Yeah. You swing and a miss. The Sturge dodges out of the way.
3 strikes though, so that's only one.
Yeah.
He taps the dirt out of his cleats and readies to swing again.
As you tried to hit the one, you felt the flutter of the wing of another over your ear.
It
So
really
then it'll
spooked
be
you.
Or Del, your turn.
All right. Right. Well, we didn't really discuss my new spells and everything like that, but I did have my character sheet prepared, so I assume
nice.
that
I want to hear about everybody's spells. Maybe after on the next part of our ride, we can talk about our
So
spells.
tell me about how are they distributed? Are they like a swarm kind of, or are
Yeah,
they
think of it-
evenly distributed, or how is it?
Think of it like in the birds, where you've got like one's dive bombing from one way. They're all kind of just swooping in, sometimes like fluttering at a back, maybe flying around, just trying to make purchase with their proboscis or whatever what was the word?
Proboscis.
With their giant
Perflipishklep?
proboscis. Proboscis. The big nose. Their needle-like nose.
Okay. They don't seem very high.
They're not very clustered, yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
They're not
No.
clustered.
Think of it more swarming, not clustered. Like
Okay.
you could maybe have like two within like a 5-foot range of each other, and on occasion. But the way they're swooping around,
I have
they're
a
not
spell that has a 10-foot radius, so 20
Okay.
foot diameter. How many could I get with a 10-foot sphere? I was maximizing.
I guess you got to tell me kind of what the spell is and where you're thinking to cast it to give me a better sense of how grouped they would be.
It's Shatter.
Okay.
It's a biggin. I just want to. It affects each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere, so I want to maximize however many I can hit.
Yeah, so you're lucky on the roll I just got. You could hit all 6 as they fly above you.
Prepare to get butt fucked, all 6.
Okay.
This is a big spell. I'm hoping to.
Is it worth it, you think?
Yeah, because we're
figured
setting
we're
up
gonna rest.
camp. I think
be a
we're
day.
about to take
Yeah.
a rest. I'm
You
fine
guys
with
are.
using this.
Sudden loud ringing
Let's see
noise.
here. So
Jesus.
DC 13.
Okay. DC 13, Constitution. Don't worry, they have +0, so let me just roll.
They don't.
For
they
all
don't
6
seem
of
very
them.
fortuitive to
Okay.
me. Fortitudinal. 3d8 is a little bit weak. What did I roll? 1, 3, 8. Whatever. Get shattered.
So you catch 3 of them in this. What do we have here? What is this?
If they fail, they
Oh,
still
thunder
take half
damage.
damage. So six thunder damage on those. The 5 other or the
Oh,
other ones. the
Creature
3 other
made
ones.
wait. A creature takes one on a oh Jesus. Yeah, you so a thunderclap erupts above you guys, and describe the spell. Describe the spell for me.
Yeah,
how
it's,
you
it's
see it
very
going.
much like a thunderclap, like you say. So like imagine like a bit of a sonic boom, but it's like a small orb, and then you kind of see like a bubble burst a little bit from like
Yeah.
a 10-foot radius out from that.
How do you cast it? Where do you cast it out of?
I form my hands in a circle, and then I kind of like make 2 fists, and I like kind of explode my hands.
Yeah, so Del does that, explodes his hands out. You see the ripple in the air of this spell flying up between all these sturges, exploding outwards, electricity charging the air, and they all fall dead. All 6 fall dead.
And then I turn to Doladrin and I go, see, that's kind of like my job here.
I'm impressed. Very impressed.
So yeah, that's the end of that threat.
Well, shit.
I put my sword away. 'Cause
Yeah.
I didn't.
I
need
was
it.
just getting. I was stretching. I was getting ready to.
You just get
swing
warmed
some
up.
Shit. Yep.
Great. So yeah, so you that's it. So you guys are setting up your camp.
Mm-hmm.
You get prepared for the night. You guys knew you were taking this journey, so you actually brought some real food. Looks like a stew's getting prepared on the campfire. You're all kind of sitting around, nomming down on some soup.
Nice.
Etch is walking around the peripheral, testing the different things he can step on to see if any sound comes from anything. And no sound is coming out of the rocks. No sound's coming out of grass. He's pretty impressed with what he's finding.
I want to ask Dell about his other spell that we didn't get to see, or his other spells that we didn't get to see.
I say in due time. That's an even better one, actually. Do you remember Burning Hands, aka the nuke?
Oh, I do. My beard is still a little singed from that.
It's like a long duration version of that.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Good luck, Keith.
Yeah, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna totally be able to balance stuff.
Totes.
Tits. So I'll take first shift if people want, or however we want to do this.
Yeah.
Because I only need to do half a rest.
I wanted to let people know. I'm just kind of explaining. We're kind of sitting around the campfire, and I want to tell them about a couple of the spells that I take, just so that they kind of know what I have to work with.
Yeah.
One of them is called Prayer of Healing. It takes 10 minutes to cast. It's a level 2 spell, so I can only do it once every long rest.
Does that mean it's a ritual?
Right? No, it's not a ritual.
Okay.
From what I gathered, let me double check and make sure. Because it's not a ritual, so I can cast it in. But I probably can't cast it. It's like the duration of an entire battle to cast. But
Daldrin, your ears perk up when you hear him talk about prayers and things of a divine nature.
Yeah, no, I'm all about that. I'm all about
divine
that kind
life.
of healing hands and divine. I want to hear more about this.
I go,
Nice.
oh,
What else you got?
I go, oh, are you a man of Ogma?
We didn't pick your god, actually. Let's do that real quick, Simon. Sorry.
Okay.
No. Ideal wise, or let me while I'm flipping through it, think like what sort of pantheon or what sort of like god do you feel would guide Daldrin? Oh no, actually no, I lied. I already thought of this for you.
Okay.
It's you. Sorry, your deity is actually Bahamut, the dragon god of
hell
good.
yeah.
The dragon from
Bahamut is
Final
fucking
Fantasy.
dope.
Yeah, Bahamut is like the good dragon.
Bahamut
Got
is the fucking best.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
so I
make
tell
a
him
note
that
of that for yourself
no.
somewhere. Yeah.
No, I stay loyal to. I have
Bahamut.
fealty to Bahamut. Yeah.
My smile slowly fades. I go, oh, one of those.
For reference, this is a picture of Bahamut in D&D lore. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. How do I do this?
Already posted Bahamut.
Posted the wrong one. That's the one. That's Bahamut in D&D.
Damn, 6 wings,
Sick.
overkill.
Bahamut is
Definitely
fucking
doesn't
dope.
need 4 of
Bahamut's
those wings, but
Very dope. Yeah. So
he's my
continue
guy.
with your.
So
exposing
everybody, it's
yourself.
not a ritual, but it casts 10 minutes to heal. So basically, in between fights, like if we don't want to take a long rest, but we can just take 10 minutes to breathe, I can basically heal everybody to full.
Okay, that's cool.
Up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range. Each regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus your spellcasting modifier, which is 3.
That's
And
like
then
all
because
my
I'm
health.
life domain, it's an extra 4 on that. So
That's
it's
all
basically
my health.
2d8 plus 7 to 6 people. So it looks something like that. And so, like when I roll, you get like 12, or like 23 to all 6 people. Basically, kind of get healed to full. So it's basically like a cheap, quick 10-minute, basically short or long rest, basically to heal us back up to full.
Dope.
And then my other one is spiritual weapon. So I can basically make a floating mace in the air, and I can attack things at ranged with a melee attack. It's even stronger than my mace.
In lieu of making an attack yourself, or is it a bonus action attack?
No, it's an action to cast it and attack with it, and then as a bonus action, I can move it and repeat an attack to another creature within 5 feet.
Okay, cool. That's kind of what I got going with my my new nuke.
Nice.
Yeah. I move a.
I took it because I was really jealous of Orlando and his cleaving abilities. So I wanted to like try and keep up with the Joneses and see if I could do some cool melee stuff too.
Dope. We're all so dope.
Probably won't ever be as cool as me.
I realized I never actually told Simon what Daldrin's spells are, so
I think
I'll
you can
speak
see
for
him.
Those are some of your other abilities, or like some of your side traits. As far as your spells go, I'm going to flip over to the other tab.
Okay.
Simon gets as Bless, which I think
It's pretty good.
no, yeah, Bless is really good.
Bless
So-
is the same as I've got Bless as well.
Yeah, so Bless, he's able
Oh,
to
you got Bless? I got Bless.
Oh, you're blessed too? Nice.
You can bless up to 3 creatures of his choice within range. So it adds basically a D4 to attack and damage rolls.
Oh yeah.
And saving throws. Sorry, attack and saving throws.
Not damage.
Attack or saving throws. So you can add an extra D4. So between the two of you, you guys now can cover the whole party.
Is that for like
he
one
has-
attack, or does it last a duration?
Your next attack.
It's an hour, I believe.
It's 1 minute duration.
Oh, it's a 1 minute duration. Yeah. So through the
10
combat, you
turns.
get 10 turns. You get an extra D4 on your attack and saving throws.
Okay.
He has Cure Wounds. Which,
Hey, I got Cure Wounds too.
It's a classic.
Nice. Nice.
Cure
I like you.
Wounds.
I knew I'd like you.
Sorry, I'm trying to find it. Cure Wounds does.
I just met you guys.
It's a 1d8.
1d8 plus
You gotta
spellcasting
touch-
ability modifier. So his charisma modifier, I'm pretty sure, is pretty high. So his
Damn. Yeah. Mine is wisdom.
yeah, Paladin's cast from charisma, so it's a 3. So 1d8 plus 3 on his Cure Wounds. He also has Detect Evil and Good, which does exactly what it sounds like it would do. He has Protection from Evil and Good.
You should
He can
cast that on
cast-
Dell.
A big one is he can cast Shield of Faith. A shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting it a +2 to AC for the duration. So this
What's
is a
the
bonus
duration?
action.
10 minutes.
Nice.
Shield of Faith is a bonus action, so he can cast
Dang.
it, and it's a concentration of up to 10 minutes. So, you know, for a good chunk of a battle, he can give someone a +2 AC, but he's got to stay focused.
Right. Caution.
and then-
yeah, but we need to figure out what concentration looks like just to.
I know.
And
I
then
know.
he can cast Sanctuary. You ward a creature within range against attack. Till the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harm spell must first make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects. And so basically he can say, like, you're off
makes
limits.
one person, really unappealing.
Yeah. So if somebody's in trouble, got a little too deep, he can cast Sanctuary on them, and creatures have to roll a Wisdom saving throw to even be able to attack the target. So
Nice.
He
So when
is-
Manny gets in trouble, I can just go Sanctuary Manny.
exactly, you are full support paladin.
I like you.
Just here to support you guys. I feel like you guys are good dudes.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, I need to stop using that talk. You guys are good fellows.
Haverland would not be pleased with you.
Hey, we
Not
won't
pleased.
judge you, but we don't want you to get in trouble.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
So let's settle up for the night. I'm gonna take first watch
Okay.
for the first 4 hours. Does
Okay.
it pass by uneventful?
It passes by uneventfully, but as the day rolls around,
You hear a burp emanate from the
you
head.
hear a burp. Oh, Jesus. And you do hear a burp because a giant ogre
Holy shit.
comes lumbering out of the forest.
I bet he's friendly.
Yep, I was going to say,
You are all rested. Let's see, do I have an ogre picture? Yeah, I do have an ogre picture. So an ogre comes barreling out of the trees.
He's got a
Looks
club.
so friendly.
He looks
He's
friendly.
not.
yeah.
Look at that smile.
Hideous laughter on him.
It's an award-winning smile. I gotta wake these
You gotta
guys
roll
up,
initiative,
obviously.
my boy.
Yeah,
let me
let me-
wake these
let me-
guys
Well,
up.
I gotta make him laugh. He's gonna be our friend.
I say the code word. I go alert, alert.
Go! Go!
Go!
Hooty hoo!
able to wake up in time, donning your armor, and
Real quick, I'm gonna take a bio before we start this.
Yep,
Yeah.
Be right back.
wow, these are some fantastic rolls, guys.
Keith,
Yeah.
I'm still having
22.
trouble grabbing my token. Like I have no idea.
Oh crap! I forgot to grab my token. Oh no! I had
You
a really
can't-
good roll.
You're not able to select it, Simon.
Like I
just-
can't. I know it's as easy as like hovering over my guy and clicking
Yeah.
it. I can't
Yeah.
do that. Like I'm hovering over and clicking and nothing's happening. Same
that
thing with like
is
the other guys.
really weird.
Do I need to be in a different browser?
I don't think. Are you in Chrome?
Yeah.
I don't think so, man. We'll play with this later. I've added your turn, so all you have to do is click your initiative now, and it should populate.
All right.
Did it not? Fucking A.
Nope.
We'll figure this out. You and I will figure this out at some point. So
Okay.
a 5. Wow, a lot of 5s.
Not me. I had a 23.
So da 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 da. Yep. 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 There we go. We'll wait for the bio guys to return.
That's so weird.
Did Manny just roll initiative 3 times? Is
Yeah,
that
but it
what he
didn't
wanted?
count because I wasn't on I didn't click my token.
Yeah.
They were all really good, so either way, I'd have been at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are some fantastic. Oh, the ogre would not be first. The ogre would go last. Oh boy. Okay. This is gonna go really well for everyone.
I'm gonna fuck this ogre up.
Gonna fuck this ogre?
Yep, and up.
Up.
Maybe I'll cast some laughter on him, guys. What do you think? See if we can get him to chuckle.
He looks like a friendly type.
Can we do something to figure out like how badass this dude is, or is he just like a lumbering oaf?
Oh,
You
we
got
just
detect
kill him.
good and evil. What does that do?
We kind of got to learn through trial and error, like what his armor looks like, how hard it is to hit him.
Okay.
And like throughout battle, we can kind of gather like
All right.
as we
You
start
can
to do
roll
damage.
like perception or insight checks to try to detect something about him.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So let's say Daldrin
Yep.
charged the front of the group of you, and he starts eyeing down this charging ogre.
So he is
And,
charging.
Yeah,
Give us a
yo,
hug.
he's
He's friendly.
That's just how I was thinking that.
Charging in front.
whoa. Yeah, you can see that this guy seems not to be. He's wearing a loincloth. He's got a giant club, spiked
Oh my
club,
God. Okay.
but he doesn't seem to be well armored.
Okay.
So you can get a sense from his size. He's a large. He's
So he
a
might be
giant
easy to
sized-
hit. He might have just a shit ton of hit points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's up? Okay.
Okay, we're all back. Yeah, so we'll lead off with Etch.
If he's back.
He's Turkston. I can tell.
I'm here.
It's your turn.
You're out.
So
Ooh.
you got an ogre barreling down on you guys.
Well, that's what he thinks. I cast Tasha's hideous laughter on him.
It's gonna be awesome.
Okay, I gotta look up what was that.
Do you have a spell card for it, Manny? Can you toss it in chat, or how does that?
I don't think you would.
I have it.
You can manually put it in there, but
Oh, hey, I just I got my guy here.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh,
How did you
hey.
do that?
I got my guy here.
This is
Hell
trial and
yeah.
error.
I
but
say,
like-
hold that thought. I'm about to make a really funny joke.
We figured out how to do that before. For it.
Oh, wait, what?
All right, Tasha's hideous laughter. Range 30 feet. Concentration up to 1 minute. It lasts. One action. Creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into fit of laughter if the spell affects it. Target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah,
Wisdom
he's pretty
saving
dumb.
That's a
throw.
good one. Yeah, he's gonna be a
Yeah.
dum dum.
He's a
Even
negative
dumber
2.
than the dum dum master.
Creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected. What? That's bullshit.
It's gonna
You're
have
too
more
dumb to laugh.
Oh shit!
He's got an
Too dumb to
intelligence
tell.
of
Too
5.
dumb to tell a joke to.
No,
Well, I'm
he's
not
gonna-
gonna.
It's a 5, so you're okay.
Oh, just barely.
What?
It's Perfect.
Well, I can't take her out right now. Come here, boo. Nope. So okay, so wisdom saving throw. What did we say it was an 11 is what you need?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, well. He
Okay.
passes.
And then each time we do damage, oh, he didn't fall for it.
He did not fall for it. He did not think your joke was funny. He's just charging at you.
It's not good.
I didn't laugh either. I didn't get it.
So that was Manny's turn.
That
He's
was
just gonna get
Manny's
steamrolled like a bus. Like a bus hits him.
So Bofer, you're up.
Well, I can use my cunning action to move out of the way.
Manny,
I
how
will
many
do
times have you been just brutally maimed and mauled?
A few times.
I want to use command. So you speak
Are
a
you guys
one-
trying to let's kill this idiot?
All right.
We can,
Yep.
we can
You
command
speak a
him
one-word
back.
command to a creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
Okay. What's my DC on it?
DC 13.
Okay. Oh boy. He somehow passes that as well.
Jesus Christ.
It's the
So,
smartest dummy
That's
ever.
just wasting your turns, you idiot.
so
He's charging at us. I don't have all that kind of good range stuff.
Etch tries to tell him a
Hit him
joke.
with your
him to
space
laugh.
weapon.
Bofer tries to uses.
Just shouts, "Go away!"
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what you want me to do. I can't take her out right this minute. So you so the command word falls off deaf ears. It's a very angry ogre charging at you guys. Tell your turn.
Let me think here.
Don't worry.
How
do
far away
do
is
like a
he?
charm thing, because I'm gonna do charm person too, like these idiots.
How far is he from me?
We'll say he's like 25 feet away now.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna try this new spell, Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
I do that at him, and I want the element to be, let's say, fire.
Okay.
What does this thing do?
It's pretty good.
You hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature that you see within range. You chose fire, and then make a ranged spell attack against the target. 3d8?
Yeah, it's
Jesus. Okay.
It's really good. It's 16 fire damage. I rolled pretty well on that too.
The fuck? My mouse stopped working.
Sabotage. It was Courtney.
Is that a level 2 spell, Ras?
Nope.
What?
I know, it's really, really good.
Like
Whatever,
really
I'll just take it on paper. Go ahead. Yeah, roll the.
He did.
It's 16.
16 damage. 20 to hit, 16 damage.
Oh, hold on. I think my roll 20 froze. That's the problem. Let me reload. That's why.
Ah.
That's why.
He rolled a crit. So did I. We all crit.
Crit all the things. Come here, boo boo. Come here.
Oh, don't pee on me.
Wow, my I think I don't know if my Chrome died. Let me try
Quick.
closing Chrome.
Run to Cragmar Castle. Steal all the stuff.
Explore the map, guys. Explore everywhere.
God's on vacation.
Where's your god
I
now?
can't die.
Yeah.
Stab me, stab me.
Oh, this is not good. Something's fucking going way wrong with my Chrome.
It was the chromatic orb.
Oh no!
Got him. Should have binged orbed him.
Yeah. I didn't think of that. You back, you back.
I think I'm back.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So you rolled not a natural 20, but a 20
Correct.
Yep.
total. Okay, so that hits. Yeah, you do 16 fire damage.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, he is scorching the little sideburns on his face. They're kind of singed at the ends and little wispy smokes coming out of them, but he's still charging.
So does it seem to phase him at all, or does he brush it off pretty easily?
I mean, nobody likes getting hit with fire.
Right.
Was it a proportional response? I think is the question.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Like what we expect it to hit as hard as we expect it to hit.
it hit him pretty hard.
Okay. For the depiction, I want to throw it like baseball style, and it's gonna it's gonna have it's gonna blink all sorts of different colors like halfway through the path.
I'm with her.
And then it turns orange and fiery, and it does its thing from there.
Does its
And
thing.
I say, now do you get the joke? Yuck, yuck, yuck.
There's my punchline.
This orb of fire explodes in his chest. Like I said, singeing his sideburns. You see where it hit, hit him in the chest is a black scorch mark.
Nice. Well, my work is done here.
Nice.
All right, Daldrin. Let's see what you can do.
All right. So I believe I have a javelin.
Time to
You do
prove
have a javelin.
yourself.
Yep.
That's-
All right.
that's a
We're-
Oh,
great
just
time.
throw it at his dick.
All right. So I'm setting this up. I'm just full on Tom Brady stepping back. I'm down.
You like
his
go back
head,
in the
going-
pocket?
Oh yeah.
You fall back
Just
in
I
the
said like turn
pocket.
into alignment and block
3-step
everything
drop.
in front of him.
Oh,
Perfect
baby.
throw, aiming directly for the chest, where his heart
Okay.
would be.
Yeah. So then just click javelin. Yep. Jesus.
Oh, that's a hit.
Nailed him.
You see this paladin with his gleaming armor pull up a javelin out of his saddle of his horse.
Do you yell Peyton?
Chucks
Blue 42.
the javelin. It flies true, piercing the ogre in the chest, and it sticks out of his pectoral muscle. It almost seems that it hit the exact same spot that Dell's spell
Oh,
hit.
God.
Look at it
Well,
like
that accuracy though. Del,
that's some
come on.
accuracy.
Yeah,
But he,
I fist
continues
bumped
Trying
that.
to, guys, he's
Yeah,
trying
still
to,
going
he's
towards
trying
us?
to
Okay.
impress us.
He's now about 10 feet away.
I give him a whole little head nod. Nice, nice.
All right.
Appreciate that.
Orlando, your turn.
I charge at the ogre,
Mhm.
and before we collide, I do a sliding move, and I slice the arm that's holding the club. I slice
Okay.
it clean off.
Nice.
What?
He said it.
No, it's
We
what
have
I said.
we
That's
have to
what I
roll
did.
for that? What kind of game is this?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Dude, that's solid.
Yeah. So tell me again how you made for the slice.
So he's charging. He's
Mhm.
getting pretty close.
Yeah, he's got his
I
club
charge
waving over his head.
headlong at him. He's like
Mhm.
coming in to swing like a haymaker with the club,
Mhm.
and I do like a baseball ruby slide, and then I have my greatsword out and I just fucking chop right at his like elbow.
Yeah. So you make contact with
I
the
guess-
elbow that's holding the club, and you take a large chunk, like just a chunk of meat,
Ooh,
chunks out.
Sting.
He screams out, "Raw!" But he does the old Arya move and drops his club into the other hand. And now it's his turn, and he is going to swing that great club at you.
Did Orlando go like behind him when he slid? So like
Yeah, I went like one right behind him.
Yeah, we'll say that it did slide
So
just behind him, but
so he turns around to the rest of us for this.
sure.
Leaving his
matters,
vulnerable.
This matters.
It does matter. So he does turn
Do you
his
want to
back,
move his
trying to.
token down
It
to
doesn't-
us?
It does, I mean,
We're not
these
doing-
tokens. Yeah, these cells are
I'm over here now.
10 miles wide. And he tries to hit you with the great club, and he does 17 against AC.
Woo!
14.
Nice.
I thought that meant
Okay, so for 13 damage. So he,
Jesus
on the
Christ.
follow through, clubs you. And
Fuck you guys for trying to charm this idiot.
continues your momentum.
Fuck you for being a dumbass and charging in.
Pepper, don't worry. I'm going to fuck him up.
What else am I supposed to do?
Pepper, I'm going to get in there with you. Don't worry.
I remember you have a bow and arrow, you idiot.
I don't, you idiot.
Pepper, I'm going to get in there with you. It's almost my turn.
Had a bow and arrow. So yeah,
You had
13
a bow
points
and
of
arrow,
damage.
you idiot.
Pep.
Yeah, I'm down to half health. You better
Okay.
heal me.
You guys are exchanging a lot of words
We'll
in
see.
6 seconds.
Yeah, we talk very quickly. It's like Gilmore
All
Girls
right,
in here.
is it my turn, Keith?
Yeah, etches up.
So can I get behind him so I can get advantage and then go right at his ankles?
You could because he's now turned facing
Sick.
Orlando. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing, but you
Nice.
know how I like to do it.
Yeah.
I go real low and I go
Ankle
right for
deep.
the Achilles,
Okay.
and I get 2 attacks.
Is this sneak
Don't
damage?
forget
or
to
no?
add your sneak attack, yeah,
Yeah.
because he's flanking.
It will be.
So the Jesus. Okay, wait.
I did 2, right?
Pick the best
Three.
two.
Okay, so both hit.
Sorry.
You can apply your sneak attack once.
It's 2d6 though.
So what is that? 9 plus this 8, 17 plus the 5, right? Is that the right math? How we-
Yeah.
Yep.
22.
Yeah.
22,
So,
yeah.
so 22. So you
Ooh.
you come sliding low. He's just knocked Orlando into the fucking stratosphere with his club. And you come,
And I'd like to use my mage hand as a cunning action to pat Pepper's bottom.
I think I'm.
you dual sliding on your knees, cross the swords at his ankles, cleaving his Achilles. We said 22 points of damage. Is that the math?
Yep.
Yeah. He falls down to the ground.
Does Pepper feel my mage hand?
And yeah, there's
Pepper feels your mage hand.
a ghostly pat on the bum. And
He feels a little better.
the ogre is like barely hanging on. There's blood now. The javelin's still sticking out of his chest. He can't lift his right arm anymore,
Nice.
and he's crippled on the ground. So that'll be
Finish
Beaufort's
him.
turn.
I want to sprint over to the ogre and jump as high as my little dwarf legs can go. And
Careful jumping. We saw what happened last time.
Yep.
Somebody tried to
There's
jump
no-
on
there's no-
something.
yeah, there's no tables around that I can try and sit on. Let's see. And I will just hit him with my warhammer.
Okay.
Ham it up.
Yeah, dwarves are made for sprinting, not so much
Yep.
for jumping. And as
Yep.
you jump up in the air, you totally overestimate your trajectory because he's now on the ground, down on his knees, and you jump off to his side though, still not over him. Because come on, let's not be
Yep.
realistic. He was a
Yep.
large-sized creature, and you just slam your warhammer into the dust next to him.
Bummer.
Del, your turn.
Let's see what I got. I think this calls for a what is it called? Ray of Frost. I'm gonna get my
The old
trident.
stand.
Gotta
Ah,
get my-
nice. The old heat
The
and
old
cold.
tried and true.
yeah hot
Yep.
yeah, hot and cold, baby.
Alright.
I take out my finger guns. You know the drill.
No,
Once you
right-hand
shot at
raises.
our squire.
Jesus. Yeah, and you shoot him in the back, and the spear, the spike of ice, gets him right in the spinal column at the base of his neck, and he slumps over dead in front of you
Nice.
guys.
Hell
Nice.
You guys just beat the
Strategic.
fuck out of an ogre. That was pretty impressive.
yeah. Clobbered.
I want
Nicely
to
done.
go over to Orlando and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Yeah, hit
Okay.
me up. I'm at 14.
So you're at 21 now.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Nice.
So you
Since I
guys,
took all the pain for you idiots.
Yep.
you guys finish up the
3 wasted
combat.
turns.
I want to acknowledge your bravery.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna throw. Do you have an inspiration yet, Pep?
Not right now.
Yeah, just give yourself an inspiration. That was pretty
Yep, it's
token
pretty,
character of how Orlando would play it.
You're charging a fucking ogre? Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah. Well, and your reasoning for wanting to go through the forest too. I
Still
think
an idiot.
all these play pretty true to Orlando. So,
Right.
so you guys are able to finish off the ogre. You've loot his body. Realize there's nothing.
Maybe an idiot,
nothing
but
of
you're
keep.
my idiot, damn it.
Wait, what's the deal with his club?
It's a very large club for a
Oversized.
giant-sized
Okay.
It's
creature.
probably like
You
15 feet.
Maybe we could wield it together?
I will let you guys try and heft the Great Club onto the
Pepper and
back
I
of
are
your
gonna
horse.
mind meld and fucking what is the name of the
Jaeger-
creatures?
Jaegers.
Yeah, we're gonna
Go
Jaeger
tanks.
this bitch.
What's grieved?
We're gonna Gogeta it.
No, you guys try.
I pick it up and try to swing it around comically, but it's kind of heavy.
Yeah, it drags only on the ground. You're able to lift the hand. You move it a little
Nope,
bit.
nope. I get it in. I get it airborne.
Roll a strength check for me.
Fuck!
You guys see Orlando walk over to the Great Club and pick it up, and like I said, he gets the handle up because that's the easy end. And as he goes to swing, you just hear a fart. Out.
While he does it, I want to use my cantrip to thaumaturgy a fart that comes out of his butt.
an extra loud fart, louder than the fart that he did.
We got him. Sorry, I ran upstairs to make a sandwich.
Yeah, we
You
got
guys,
it.
so you guys load
Nice.
up camp. You mount your horses, and I'm gonna say you guys make it to Thunder Tree tonight, and then we will.
We
call
wanted
it the
to, we
session
wanted
for
to
the
go
evening.
into the
Yeah.
forest.
You want to go what?
Into the forest.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Let's set up. Where are we going?
We're going into
We're gonna go into
forest.
the woods before we go to Thunder Tree. We're gonna check it out.
That's the plan, man.
That wasn't what we talked about.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it was.
So,
Okay.
Keith doesn't seem to want us to, so that's why we want
Yeah,
to.
that's
So-
the best reason to.
That's why I also didn't want to go
roll
into it.
a
Launch a fucking camp of goblins. I used spells assuming that we were gonna skirt the woods and
yeah. Roll a. What are my checks that I can have you guys check?
What are
Roll
you trying
a.
to have us do?
I sense something in the woods that's like a call to adventure, like a literal call to adventure.
Roll a
Insight?
nature
nature.
or roll survival, Orlando.
Fuck. Someone else
You,
roll.
you die.
So no, you guys do go into the woods. You just kind of pass through. You see a couple deer trails. Nothing of import. You don't see any weapons left. Arrowheads or anything left behind. You pass through. I'm assuming you don't want to go deep into these woods. You guys are
I
kind
do,
of
but someone in our group's
Nope.
being a little
We want to be able
bitch.
to make it back out for the next night's
We
rest.
don't want to camp in the woods for the night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's go to the
Okay.
Thunder Tree.
Yeah, so the way you guys walk in, you guys do go, a good chunk into the woods, but coming from the edge where you are, like I said, you see like a couple deer trails, but nothing stands out to you.
If we could
So-
do 5 in a day, 5 hex in a day, we could make it in like 2 and then come back out.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So is that part
But
of the
that
map
will if
going
you
to
wanna
be
do a-
revealed?
You want to do a full day in there?
I think that's what
time is it, right?
Orlando was hoping for.
Yeah. So basically,
This is
I think what they're
This is
asking
the start
is,
of your day.
so in the middle of the night, basically, so I thought we were like first shift, and he came charging out of the woods, and we
No,
were
it was
gonna
the
get, like,
morning.
more
I said it was the
shifts.
morning. I said it was the
Okay,
next.
got it.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so we killed him in like a minute too.
yeah, you guys killed him pretty quick. He came
Yeah,
stomping out of the
I guess
woods
we
looking for
spend like
Bradley.
the next day like wandering like into the woods like a little bit, but still making our way up. Is that like right? We
Yeah.
wanted to go to Thunder
Or
Tree, but
sweet.
like go through the woods a long way basically
Mhm.
to do it. It's like we head up this
Okay.
way and then up around and kind of come at Thunder Tree from the east side.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is going to be me as your DM asking the players to understand that their player characters don't get to see what I'm revealing, but because of Pep's Orlando's 5 roll,
Okay.
you guys skirt along. You guys skirted
Oh.
along. You guys got a little deep in.
But we got no clue
You
that
did not
that's there.
find. You did not find Cragmaw Castle. That just happens to be
Got it.
how the ledger has it on my map.
Yeah,
But as characters, you guys do not see. You do not know that how
Okay.
close you had gotten to Cragmaw Castle.
Fair
God
enough.
damn it!
It's fair.
Someone else
something in my brain tells me to told you so.
Why was
No.
why did the augury
What do you
come
mean?
up
Told you so.
like it did?
Because
we said
there's
northeast
bad, well, there
along
and there's
Trevor
bad shit.
Trail.
Yeah, and there's bad shit to the northeast too. So I was
No,
like,
that's not what I said. Was if we take a right at the T, would we be
Right.
on the path to Cragmaw Castle?
And
So that
you
would be
wouldn't.
a no.
You'd be going to Tribe
sorry,
Trail.
I thought I misunderstood what you were saying. So that would
Yeah. I thought what you were saying is from this tee,
Whoa.
if we follow Tribor Trail, are we going to get to Cragmar Castle up here somewhere?
Hmm.
That's what
Yeah,
I
and that's
understood
what you were
asking.
asking, right?
Yeah.
And the answer to that is
So-
no, because Cragmar Castle is here somewhere.
And that's where the hard part about augury is. If I'm reading
Yeah.
it,
And
because
to be fair, Augury says something you're going to do in the next 30 minutes.
yeah,
Well, that's
which
what I
you
mean.
wouldn't-
Well, no, I mean,
Yeah, we would've-
I intentionally phrased it to make sure that that would be within that half an hour thing. So
I gotcha.
when we
I guess-
turn right, would we be on the path to Kragmar?
Yeah, it
Castle?
should have
That's
just
how
been. I think it
phrased
should have just been. Whoa.
intentionally.
I think isn't that
It
what you
should
said?
have just been
You said
whoa,
whoa.
I guess. I said whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
Like the hard part about it is like for bad results. It's not a bad result. You guys like you wouldn't have found what you were looking for, but like you also wouldn't have.
But it's not what he asked, so that's
Right.
all
So
you
Yeah,
got
I'd say that's
with
no.
But I said whoa. I did
Yep,
say
right.
whoa.
okay,
did.
Right.
that's fair.
Yeah, you were fine.
Okay.
You were magic
I
8 Ball.
thought we came up with nothing. I mean, no result as the result.
Well,
What
no,
he
no, I
wanted was
talked
trying
it
to
and I
do is
thought
he
it-
didn't want to like use up our spell for
Yeah.
no reason, basically.
Yeah, because I couldn't figure out how to make augury work, but it works.
So am I hanging on to that scroll, or was it consumed?
Let's roll a d20. 10 or higher, you get to keep it.
Come on, D20. It's not good.
It evaporates and it
Yeah.
says, "I don't feel so good."
Yeah.
The ink disappears on the
Mr.
scroll.
Dell.
There's
There's something
17
dangerous
parchment.
about these woods.
Mr. Dell.
I'm gonna come back tomorrow and survival check again.
All right, so you guys have made it to the outskirts of Thunder Tree. You'll set up camp, rested.
Rest again.
You'll be up for the next morning. Yeah. So I am gonna walk my dog real quick before she pees on the floor, and then I'll be back. I mean, we're gonna call the session here for tonight.
Yeah,
'cause
I gotta
is
head
my
out,
brother.
unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that
that's not
works.
unfortunate. Sorry, you only got to throw a javelin tonight.
No, I
But
threw,
he
threw a
hit.
pretty fucking sweet
He's
javelin.
one
as
for
far as
one.
that.
yeah, you smoked that javelin.
Yeah.
And we will I'll do my best and read the paladin stuff like I said. If
Yeah.
you come up with questions, feel free to ask. Like obviously all learn it together, and we'll work on
I feel
some
like
other
it could probably help with some of the spells that you're doing
Yeah.
because we got a lot of the
Yeah,
same spells.
Yeah.
for sure.
No,
for sure.
down for that. And
All right,
maybe I'll give you a full bio and intro.
Yeah, no,
next
that'd be
time we
great,
play.
and we'll work it together. Yeah, feel free to email. It's
Yeah.
get it through the G chat or through the Hangout.
Yeah.
And you and I can work that. I'd be happy to bio you
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
You
let's
can
do
you
it.
can put
Awesome.
shit in the Discord in here too, the D&D
true.
channel.
Yeah, we kind of do like
Alright.
a picture book.
I gotta go
style.
walk the dog. She's gonna pee.
Later.
All right, see ya.
See you guys.
Laters.